What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel. In today's video, I am bringing you guys another video in my collection series. So yesterday, you guys would have seen my overall makeup storage and collection video. And today I'm going to start showing you guys my single portions of my collection, single sections of my I don't know how to say it, but you're only going to see one category of my collection. There you go. If you're interested in seeing how I got this eye look, I did record it and it should be up. I don't know if it's up. If it's not, just wait on it. If it is, I will link it up in the cards. It was created using my Delanchi eyeshadow palette, and I did review this palette. I will link that up in the cards. I reviewed it in my palette roundup that I recently uploaded. Now this week, when you guys are seeing my collection video, I am actually in Alaska. I am so excited. This is a much needed vacation trip. I have been extremely stressed because of school, work, etc, etc. And yeah, I don't want to talk too much in your faces. I will probably be using this same intro for the whole week. Sorry, not sorry. We will see. But anyways, if you're interested in seeing a new part of my collection, then just keep watching. Alrighty guys, so this is a look at the portion of my collection that I'm going to start with. Today I'm going to get the boring stuff out of the way and I'm going to do my setting stuff. Now I know I just did a video talking about my setting sprays and my foundations, but I have added one or two in each category, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it again. So yeah, let's just start. So the first one that you guys can see right here is MAC Fix Plus, the matte version. I do like this. As you can see, I have gotten a substantial amount of wear on this product, and I do reach for this product quite often. You do need to make sure to shake it up, but other than that, it is a really good product and I would recommend it. Next, I got this Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist in a set. Focus on me. I got this Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist in a set this holiday season. It is not focusing whatsoever. Anyways, this does make you dewy, like insanely dewy. I have a picture on my Instagram where you can see that I am dripping with the dewiness, and I just set my face. So God only knows what my face would have looked like had I worn that makeup for a full day. But anyways, this does make you dewy, and if you have dry skin, I would highly recommend this, although I think this is really expensive, so maybe try and get the holiday set if it's still available. Next, I have this baby right here. This is the Ofra Makeup Fixer. This is their form of a setting spray. It's a really big bottle for the amount that you pay, and my only problem is that the mister is very short and very intense, so you definitely want to make sure to spray this far away from your face. But other than that, I think it's a decent setting spray. It's not going to be my holy grail by any means, but like I would use this kind of in a replacement as Fix Plus. If I need something to just de-powder my face and just kind of set my face, I'll reach for this. But a real setting spray, this would not be for my combination oily skin. Next, I have this rose water from Pearl Essence. I purchased this from TJ Maxx when I was still going to TJ Maxx pretty much weekly. At one point, I was using this every day and night to potentially add more hydration to my skin. I found that my skin was actually getting really dehydrated, especially on the sides of my face. So I stopped using this and my skin got back to normal. So what I planned to do was, when I kind of was low on a setting spray, or when I needed something to be more of like a Fix Plus, I was going to use this just to get it out of my collection. I personally would not recommend it because, like I said, it did make my skin get dry on the outside edges, but you never know, it might work for you. Next, I have 2 bottles of all-nighter. I've never purchased a full size. I am too cheap to do that, but this is one of my #1 setting sprays. I really do like this setting spray, and I plan to purchase a Big Daddy all-nighter with my Ulta points this month. So yeah. Next, I have a NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. I got this when I wanted to make some of my matte foundations a little bit more satiny, and I thought that this would be a very nice drugstore alternative. I found out, oh my gosh, come on. I found out that it is not very dewy in nature, at least not in my opinion. So I used this just as a alternative setting spray. Just like I said, all the other ones, I'd use it just to depowder my face, but I would not use this to set my face before I went out for a really long day. In my opinion, this setting spray is just not where it's at. Next, I have Wet n Wild's Natural Finish Setting Spray. This was another setting spray that I got during the same time as the NYX one that I just showed you guys. It was a setting spray I was trying to get to take some of those really matte foundations to more of a natural satin finish. I don't believe that this does anything, but I think this is better than the NYX one in my opinion. So I would recommend this one over the NYX Dewy Setting Spray. And then my last and oldest setting spray, I believe in my collection, is this baby right here. This is the Boscia Charcoal Mattifying Setting Spray. I love this setting spray. This was the setting spray that I was using daily for the first 2-3 months of my current makeup habit usage. And I really loved this setting spray, and I loved it so much that I didn't want to finish it, and so I stopped using it, and I honestly have not reached for it because I don't want to finish it and have to repurchase it. But this is a really good setting spray, and I would recommend this. If you have tried the all-nighter and that doesn't work for you, maybe try this. This is another charcoal spray just like the MAC Fix Plus, so you do have to make sure to shake it up really good or you will get white dots on your face. But other than that, I would recommend this setting spray, and I really do enjoy it. Alrighty guys, so I kind of switched us over to the more middle part, the main part of my makeup section, so that I can show you guys the inside of this drawer. Hopefully I can't show you the inside, so I will just take them out. I wanted to talk about next my setting powders. So this one is the Essence Loose Setting Powder. It's in peach. It is, as it says, a peach setting powder. This was the one that at one point was thought to be in collab with Casey Holmes. Then we found out it wasn't, da-de-da. Anyways, I'm glad I purchased this. This is the only peach tinted setting powder that I have, and I really do like this powder. I want to say it was only $3.99, and it was money well spent. I am very happy that I purchased this one. Next, another powder that I purchased. I actually got this from TJ Maxx on one of my last visits to a TJ Maxx, and this is the Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder, and this one is in Pink Haze. So as you can see in the back, it is a pink tint on this powder, but this is a really nice powder. I think the problem that a lot of people had was that it was pink, and a lot of people are a more warm undertone, I find. But I really do like this powder. I don't use too much so it doesn't appear pink on my skin, and it's nice and finely milled in my opinion. So I would recommend this, and I believe this is like trying to be discontinued. So if you want it, I would say go ahead and get it. Next, I have this Milk Makeup Blurring Translucent Powder in Deep. I got this from an influencer box, so I did not pay for this, full disclosure, but I love this powder. This is the second powder that I've gotten that's in like a deep color that's been loose. You can see it has a wicked net, so really no powder comes out excessively, and this is just beautiful. I mean beautiful. This is a really nice powder. If you like to set your face with a loose powder, I would recommend this. I really do like this powder. And I personally do see some blurring effects. It's not about to blur your pores to kingdom come where like you don't have to put a primer on, but I do see some blurring effects and I do appreciate it. Next, I have the Coty Airspun. I'm pretty sure I purchased this off of Amazon because my Walmarts don't have this in store. I think this is a good powder. I don't think it has a smell. In my opinion, it doesn't smell bad or good. It doesn't really smell at all. And this is what the powder looks like. It is a lot of powder in this baby, like a lot. And yeah, I think this is a good powder. And if you need a lot of powder, if you go through a lot of powder, I would say go ahead and get this baby. Okay, I only have 2 more loose powders left. This is a mini Laura Mercier in translucent. I had the other version that she had too. I didn't like that one, so I gave it to my best friend. I do like this Laura Mercier. I don't think it's a holy grail in my opinion, but I do like it. And in the instance that I'm wanting to use loose powders again, I would reach for this. My last loose powder is honestly the one that I like the most. It is this Kat Von D translucent powder, and yeah, I like this powder. This is my favorite loose powder. When I was using loose powders, I would have to stop myself from actually using this baby. So I would highly recommend this one. I know a lot of people are not into Kat Von D right now, but yeah, if you're interested in a loose powder, I've seen this a lot at TJ Maxx, so you could always get this for a nice discount. And yeah, I would say go for it. Alrighty, next I only have our set or pressed powders. This one is the All Nighter Urban Decay pressed powder. I purchased this from Ulta during a sale, and I think this is a good powder. I don't think it's translucent. I definitely do see a slight white cast when I use this, so I tend to only use this to set my under eye because that's where I want more of a highlighting effect, so it won't phase my look as much. But I do think it's a nice powder. Holy Grail, not so much, but I'm happy to have it in my collection. I'm happy that I was able to try it. Next, I have the Essence Brighten Up Peach Powder. I purchased this when I saw it go on Ulta's website after hearing Liv Loves Her Makeup rave about the really white version. She said it was like her best pressed powder, and she's gone through multiple versions of that pressed powder. So I went ahead and picked this one up, and I really do enjoy it. I think it really does brighten up my under eyes. It's not an excessive amount of brightness, but it does give me a slight brightness, and it does set my under eyes well. So if you want a cheap powder and you really wanted a peach tint on your powder, I would recommend this baby. Next is this I use to set my face. This is a Sephora brand Micro Smooth Powder in Deep. This is a powder like a lot of other people. I first got introduced to this from Alyssa Ashley, and this powder is beautiful. It's beautiful. It really does smooth out your skin and really bring it together. I use this more as a finishing powder, but yeah, it is a pretty powder, and I really want to get some more use out of it in this upcoming year. Next is a powder that needs no introduction on my channel. This thing has seen better days, and I'm hoping to finish it up in the year 2019, but this is my Black Radiance finishing powder. This baby has gone through some things, okay, but this is a really good finishing powder. This is the first one that I ever purchased, so it really helped me to figure out what to use finishing powders for, when to use them, when not to use them. At one point I was even setting my face with this baby, and I think it did a good job of doing both. So yeah, I would recommend this powder, and I want to say it is definitely under $10, maybe even under $5. And I think I got this from Rite Aid or CVS, one of those two. Next is a powder that I don't think very many people talk about. It is from Every Hue Beauty. It's a setting powder that I found at Target when Target started to incorporate more people of color friendly brands. This was one of the brands, and I was only interested in their setting powder. This is an extremely pigmented setting powder, but it is beautiful and it sets beautifully. I would recommend this powder if you're in Target and you were looking for one, and they do have different shades. I just went ahead and got cinnamon because I didn't want to get one too dark. I'd rather get something too light, and you can always work with it. You can always bronze your skin up. So I do like this powder and I would recommend it. I want to say it was around $10 for this baby. And those are all of my setting powders that I have in my collection and setting sprays. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my concealers and my foundations for another video, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Look forward to seeing some more videos from me this week showing you guys the rest of my collection. Bye.